Hello dear children, today we shall have explanation of Merchant of Venice Act 2 Scene 5. Okay, so we have completed till now up to Act 2 Scene 4 and today we shall have Act 2 Scene 5 explanation. So take book with you, be ready with your pencil and keep marking the difficult words and keep on looking on the right hand side of the book where word meanings are given. Okay, so here we start our line wise explanation. So you may take out your Merchant of Venice and take out page number 62. Okay, page number 62 here. I hope you can see here reflection is there. So literal picture you can see that Act 2 Scene 5 on page number 62. So we shall start. At first, the gist of the scene. This scene has a dramatic irony. Shylock trusts his deceitful daughter with his possessions while she is making plans to betray him. Shylock is not inclined to attend the dinner hosted by Bassanio, but ultimately decides to have the meal at the expense of a prodigal Christian. He fears that all is not well and gives instructions to Jessica to lock and guard his house. Lancelot reveals to Jessica Lorenzo's plans for eloping at night. We are shown Jessica at home with her father's trust in her, which further heightens her betrayal. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to study in this scene. So what is there? That this scene has a dramatic irony. Now this scene has a dramatic irony that something we expect something else to happen, but whatever happens, that is completely opposite of that. Okay, and what is that? What is the dramatic irony in this scene? That Shylock trusts his deceitful daughter. That Shylock trusts his deceitful means cheatful, because Jessica is here now. She has planned to cheat her own father. How? That is, she has made a plan with one of the Christians that she will run away, she will elope with him and marry him. So Shylock trusts his deceitful daughter with his possession while she is making plans to betray him. That is, in this scene we will see that Shylock trusts his daughter so much that all his possession, that is all his wealth, he gives in the hands of his daughter Jessica. But what his daughter does, that she takes all the wealth and elopes with Christian whose name is Lorenzo. Okay, now Shylock is not inclined to attend the dinner hosted by Bassanio. That in this Shylock has to go for having dinner with Bassanio. That Bassanio has invited him, but Shylock is not inclined. That willingly he doesn't want to go to have dinner with Bassanio, but ultimately decides to have the meal at the expense of a prodigal Christian. But ultimately what he decides, that okay, he will go and have dinner with that Christian Bassanio because he is a prodigal, because he wastes his money so much. Then thinking this, he decides to go and have dinner with Bassanio. Then he fears that all is not well. Now as he was leaving the house, so Shylock has one thing in his mind at one point, that something is not going on well, that something surely is going to happen, that something bad is going to happen. It is in his mind, and having this, he gives clear instruction to his daughter Jessica that you have to guard my house carefully, you have to guard the possession in the house carefully. Okay, now Lancelot reveals to Jessica Lorenzo's plans for eloping at night. Now in the scene we will also see that Lorenzo is there, and he reveals to Jessica that how Lancelot reveals to Jessica that how Lorenzo has made a plan to elope at night. Elope means that is to run away from the house and getting married to someone. Then we are shown Jessica at home. Now in this scene we are shown that Jessica is at her home with her father's trust in her, which further heightens her betrayal. That is, इसमें हम ये देखेंगे कि कैसे शाइलॉक अपनी ही बेटी जेसिका के ऊपर इतना विश्वास करता है और उसकी बेटी क्या करी कि वो उसको धोखा दी, और जिसकी वजह से शाइलॉक आगे चल के अपनी बेटी से नफरत करेगा. दैट इज शी विल हैव टू फेस द betrayal of her own father. Okay, so these are the things that we will study in this scene. Now we shall begin the explanation line wise. Scene 5, Venice. Before Shylock's house, enter Shylock and Launcelot. Now Shylock, well, thou shalt see, thy eyes shall be thy judge, the difference of old Shylock and Bassanio. What, Jessica, thou shalt not gormandize as thou hast done with me. Thou shalt not gormandize as thou hast done with me. What, Jessica, and sleep and snore and rent apparel out? Why, Jessica, I say. Now here, who is present in the scene? In the beginning, Shylock is there and Launcelot. Shylock and Launcelot are there together. Launcelot has come to Shylock's house, and what Shylock is saying to Launcelot, that well, thou shalt see. Now he is saying that well, that now you will see that what is the difference between your old master Shylock and your new master Bassanio. That is, as you have left my service and joined Bassanio, now you will see the difference between both of us. Both of us means that is between me, your old master, and your new master Bassanio. Then what, Jessica? Now he is talking to Launcelot and he is also calling Jessica, that Jessica, where are you? Okay, that he is shouting, he is calling his daughter, that what, Jessica? What, Jessica? It is given other side, point number 3, meaning that Jessica, where are you? Then thou shalt not gormandize, and at the same time he is talking to Launcelot, that is, you have to take care that you should not gormandize. Gormandize means overeat, that you should not overeat. Now he is giving advice to Launcelot that as you have joined new master, so in there you don't have to overeat as you were doing here. Okay, then as thou hast done with me, that is, as you were doing here when you were under me, so you were overeating, so that you don't have to do with your new master. What, Jessica? That Jessica, where are you? And sleep and snore and rend apparel out. And he also suggests Launcelot that sleep and snore, that is, you don't have too much sleep and snore, and rend apparel out. Rend apparel out is given other side, point number 5, that you don't have to change your clothes so frequently as you were doing here. Why, Jessica, I say. And then he says that Jessica, can't you hear me? Where are you? Then Launcelot, why, Jessica? Now Launcelot is there, so he also repeats after Shylock that Jessica, why? That is, Jessica, can't you hear me? Where are you? Now Shylock, who bids the call? I do not bid the call. And then now here Shylock says to Launcelot, that who bids the call? That is, who asked you to call my daughter? I did not ask you. Then Launcelot said that your worship was wont to tell me that I could do nothing without bidding. And now Launcelot said, your worship was wont to tell me, that is, when I was in your company, when I was under you, serving you, then you were always saying to me, that is, I do not do anything without getting orders. So here I am doing without giving you order. That is, I am calling your daughter, I am helping you out. Then enter Jessica. Now Jessica comes here listening to her father, and Jessica said, call you, what is your will? And then Jessica asked as she came, that is, have you called me? What is your will? That is, what do you want? What is the work? What is your wish? Then Shylock, I am bid forth to supper, Jessica. There are my keys but whereof should I go? I am not bid for love, they flatter me, but yet I'll go in hate to feed upon the prodigal Christian. Jessica, my girl, look to my house. I am right loath to go. There is some ill brewing towards my rest, for I did dream of money bags tonight. Now here, what Shylock said, I am bid forth to supper, Jessica. That is, I am bid forth. Bid forth means, that is, I am invited out to have dinner. Jessica, there are my keys. And saying this, telling this to his daughter, he gives keys of his house to his daughter Jessica. That is, here are my keys. You take this because I will not be here. I am invited out for dinner. And then, but whereof should I go? And then he said that, but why should I go to have dinner? I am not bid for love. That is, I am not invited there out of love. मतलब कि मुझको उन्होंने नहीं बुलाया क्योंकि वो मुझसे प्यार करते हैं, मतलब वो उन्होंने मुझे इस भाव से नहीं बुलाया. दैट इज़, दे डोंट हैव दैट इमोशन ऑफ लव while calling me. So they flatter me. That is, they only flatter me. But yet I will go in hate. Then finally he decides, that is, yet I will go to them to have dinner out of hate. To feed upon the prodigal Christian. That is, to eat upon the prodigal Christian. Prodigal means spendthrift. Spendthrift means that the person, one who spends much more than his income. Okay. So thinking this, he finally decides to go and have dinner with Bassanio. Then Jessica, my girl, look to my house. And then what he tells Jessica, he instructs Jessica that, Jessica, my daughter, you take care of my house. Look to my house, that is, you look after my house. Take care of my house when I will not be here. In my absence, you have to take care of it. I am right loath to go. There is some ill brewing towards my rest. And then he says, I am right loath to go. Right loath means very reluctant. मतलब मुझको एक झिझक है. I am hesitant. I am reluctant to go and have dinner with those Christians. तो now, what does it tell? इससे ये पता लगता है कि उसके दिमाग में पहले से ही कुछ चल रहा था कि कुछ बुरा होने वाला है. Okay, Shylock was already knowing that. Something was there, instinct was there in his mind. Then, that I am right loath to go, there is some ill brewing towards my rest. And then he says that there is some evil being plotted against my peace of mind. I feel so. For I did dream of money bags tonight. And why he says this? कि क्यों मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि कुछ गलत होने वाला है मेरे साथ? Because I saw in my dreams my money bags. Okay, कि मतलब मैंने रात में अपने सपनों में अपने पैसों से भरे हुए बैग देखे. So that's why I feel that something surely is bad to take place. Then Lancelot said here, I beseech you, sir, go. My young master doth expect your approach. And then what Lancelot now says to Shylock, that I urge you, I strongly request you, beseech means urge, मतलब मैं आपसे request कर रहा हूँ, earnestly requesting you, sir, please go means come, that is, please come. My young master Bassanio does expect your reproach, that is, my young master Bassanio is expecting your arrival there. Okay. Now Shylock, so do I his. Now you can see that in the previous one, Shylock used reproach in place of approach. Now what is the meaning of reproach? You can look other side, point number 21. That means reproach, that Lancelot means to say approach, but reproach means that is approaching to someone second time. Okay, so in the same way Shylock replied, that is, so do I his, that is, now I also I'm also expecting for his reproach, that is, second time when he will come to me and when I will be able to take revenge from this Christian. Okay, so same thing, I am also waiting. So he means to say that. Now here Lancelot said, and they have conspired together I will not say you shall see a mask, but if you do, then it was not for nothing that my nose fell a bleeding on Black Monday last at 6 o'clock in the morning. Falling out that year on Ash Wednesday was 4 in the afternoon. Okay, now here what does it mean? Lancelot's speech. Lancelot said that they have planned something together. Okay, that is, they have planned something together. Who are they? That is those Christians. Okay, they have planned something together. I do not say that you will see a mask. Okay, now what is this mask? Mask means that is the mask procession that they have decided to have today night. Okay, before dinner. So that here Lancelot said to Shylock that I do not say that you will see a mask tonight. But if you do, that is, but if you do so, if you see the mask, then it was not without reason when my nose bled last Easter Monday at 6 o'clock in the morning. And in that year, just 4 years ago, Easter fell on Ash Wednesday in the afternoon. Okay, now you can see that these are the complicated dialogues of Lancelot, and why he has said so? In order to make readers laugh, in order to make public laugh, because he is playing role of a clown here. Okay, so here, so and you can look for the meaning that what is Ash Wednesday and what is this Black Monday. Explanation is given on the other hand. Okay, so these are the major events, or we can say major festivals which are celebrated in Christianity. Okay, it is explained on the other side, so you can look for them. And then now Shylock said that what are these? Are they masks? Hear you me, Jessica. And then Shylock said, that is what are you telling? That are there masks that they have arranged for the mask procession? Then he said that hear to me, Jessica, that listen to me, Jessica. Lock up my doors, and when you hear the drum and the wild squealing of the wry-necked fife, clamber not you up to the casements then, nor thrust your head into the public street to gaze at Christian fools with varnished faces, but stop my house's ears, I mean my casements. Let not the sound of shallow of foppery enter my sober house. By Jacob's staff, I swear I have no mind of feasting forth tonight, but I will go. Go you before me, Sarah, say I will come. Okay, now here what Shylock said, that listen to me, Jessica. Lock up my doors, that is, when I leave the place, when I go from here, then you have to lock the door carefully. And when you hear the drum, and when you hear the sound of the drum and the wild squealing of the wry-necked fife. Now what is this? Wild squealing of the wry-necked fife. Now wry-necked fife here is said to the flute. Okay, now he is telling that is during the procession drums are beaten, musical instruments are played, and flute is also played. So during that time, when you hear the sound of the drum and when you hear the sound of the flute, so what you have to do, you have to close the doors of my house properly, and clamber not you up to casements then. And then after that, do not clamber, that is, don't thrust your head out of the windows. Okay, casements, that means windows. Don't take your head out of the windows in order to look at these foolish Christians. Okay, during the mask procession. Not thrust your head into the public street, that is, don't take your head out into the public street to gaze on Christians fool, that is, to look at the foolish Christians with varnished faces, that is, with the painted faces. Okay, that is when procession is there. So what kind of appearance these Christians have? That they put the mask, or they paint their faces. Okay, that was the custom. So here he instructs his daughter that when you listen to the musical instrument of the mass, so don't take your head out to look at these foolish Christians. Okay, and but stop my house's ear. But what you have to do, that is you have to stop my house's ear. Now what is the ear of the house? That means windows. But what you have to do, you have to close all the windows immediately at that time when you listen to the sound of the musical instruments. I mean my casements, that is I mean to say that you have to lock, you have to close all the casements, all the windows. Let not the sound of shallow foppery enter my sober house. And then he said, that is you don't have to look out, and you don't have to allow these voice or these noise of the flute and the other musical instrument to enter into my house and disturb the peaceful environment of my house. Okay, that is, let not that voice enter into my house. By Jacob's staff I swear I have no mind of feasting forth tonight. And now he said, that is, by Jacob's staff I swear, by Jacob's staff I swear, that is, I don't have mind to go and have party with these Christians today. And but I will go. And then finally he said, that is, but I will go to have dinner with them. Go you before me, Sirrah, say I will come. And then he said, that is, you go before me, Sirrah. Sirrah means servant. That he is saying to Lancelot, that Lancelot, you go before me and you go and inform them that I will surely come. Lancelot, I will go before, sir. Mistress, look out at window for all this. And now after this, now he gives message of Lorenzo to Jessica secretly. So he said, that is, I will go before, sir. That, sir, I will surely go before you. And then slowly he said to Jessica that, mistress, surely you look out of the window when you listen to the musical instrument during the mass. Okay. And for all this, there will come a Christian by, will be worth to a Jew's eyes. And then he said, that is, when you will see there, so there will be a Christian. That is, a Christian will come. Now, for whom he is talking? He is talking about Lorenzo. That there will be a Christian and he will be very worth to for your eyes. Then, exit. Now, Lancelot, after saying this secretly, he left the place. Now, Shylock said, he got irritated when he saw Lancelot saying something to Jessica in a secret manner. So Shylock said, what says that fool of Hagar's offspring? Ha! Now he abused him and said, that is what that boy was saying to you. Hagar's offspring. Hagar's offspring, it is given at the side, that is the descendant of the Hagar. What he was saying to you, descendant. Then Jessica said, his words were, farewell, mistress, nothing else. And then she also escaped and she said, that is, he was not saying anything, only he said to me that farewell, that is, goodbye, mistress. Now Shylock, this patch is kind enough, but a huge feeder. Snail slow in profit, and he sleeps by day more than the wild cat. Drones hive not with me. Therefore I part with him, and part with him to one that I would have him help to waste his borrowed purse. Now here Shylock says to Jessica that the patch is kind enough. Now patch here means fool. Now he is talking about Lancelot. He said that this fool is kind enough, that this man Lancelot is kind enough, but a huge feeder, that is, he eats a lot. And snail is slow in profit, and he is very slow in doing the work, that he doesn't give any kind of profit to one. And he sleeps by day, and he sleeps much more during the daytime, more than the wild cat. That is, it is considered that wild cats sleep during the day and at night they hunt. Okay, so here he said that is, he sleeps during the daytime much more than the wild cats. and drones hive not with me. And then he said, that is, drones hive not with me, that idlers do not live with me. Okay, now what is this drone? Drone is a male bee. Okay, masculine form of bee is drone. So he said that is, a drone is a male bee which does not search for honey. Now same way, this Lancelot is there, he doesn't do anything, but what he does, that is, he eats too much, he sleeps during the daytime, and he is very little in giving the profits. Okay, so he said that is, therefore I part with him, that this is the reason why I parted with him, and part with him to the one that I would have him help to waste his borrowed purse. And I have parted with him and sent to the person to whom he will help to waste his borrowed money. Okay, about whom he is talking? He is talking about Bassanio, that as Bassanio has taken 3,000 ducats from me, so Lancelot, as he will be there, so he will help Bassanio to waste his money. Well, Jessica, go in, perhaps I will return immediately. And then he tells Jessica that, well, Jessica, go in, that is, you remain in the house, and perhaps I will return immediately, that is, I will return very fast, that I will not be there for much longer time. Do as I bid you. And then he tells Jessica, that is, you do as I have told you, as I have instructed you. And what Shylock instructed earlier to Jessica, that as I will not be here, so you have to lock the door properly, and when you listen to the sound of the musical instruments like drum and the flute which is played during the masque, so you have to close all the windows properly. Let that sound not enter into the house and disturb the peaceful environment of my house. Okay, and you don't have to thrust your head out of the window to look at the varnished faces, to look at the painted faces of the Christian. Okay, so do as I bid you, that is, you do as I have asked you. Shut doors after you, that is, you close the door after you. Fast bind, fast find, a proverb never stale in thrifty mind. And then he said, that is, fast bind, fast find, which means if you lock a thing up, you will find it safe. Okay, and this proverb never goes wrong if you follow it. Then Jessica replied, farewell. Now after saying that, Shylock left, and Jessica, after her father, she said that farewell, that is, goodbye, father, and if my fortune be not crossed, I have a father, you have a daughter lost. And then what she said, that goodbye, father, and if my fortune be not crossed, that is, if nothing goes wrong with my plans, and as I have thought, then I have a father lost, that is, I will lose my father and you will lose your daughter. Okay, now here we have completed Act 2, Scene 5. Okay, I hope it is clear, children. Goodbye.